So here's a sentence you've probably never heard before. The president-elect of the United States is due in court later this month.
Yeah, today the major class action lawsuit against Trump University will be in court before it heads to trial on November 28th.
Judge Gonzalo Curiel, who was accused, you'll remember, of being biased by President-elect Trump during his campaign because he is of Mexican heritage, is presiding over that case.
Let's get right to CBS News Justice reporter Paula Reid, who's been following these proceedings. Now, Paula, fill us in on what is happening today and then what will be happening later on this month when the case goes to trial.
In court today, the judge will decide what evidence he will and will not allow at the eventual trial. We'll also get a better sense of whether or not this case will actually start at the end of the month or whether or not some of the lawyers will succeed in pushing it even further. It's been pending for about 6 years now. Of course, the president-elect, this is not a criminal trial, so he is not required to be in court. However, it is expected that he will have to testify for one or both sides during the course of this trial, whenever it begins.
So, Paula, the way I understand it, this isn't the only suit that's out there against Trump University, right?
That's right. There's several other suits pending against Trump University, and much like Secretary Clinton, the president-elect has a very robust portfolio of active litigation. You have the suits that he has filed here in Washington against some celebrity chefs who pulled out of his hotels. He has threatened to sue women who have accused him of sexual assault. They, in turn, have threatened to sue him right back. There's an investigation into his charities, as well as reports of an investigation into some of his advisors and their ties to Russia.
So we know that the president of the United States is actually shielded from lawsuits. So how will that play into all of this?
Well, you're shielded to an extent. You're shielded for things that you do in the course of your duty as president, actions you take in office. But the Supreme Court has said that you are not protected from private litigation, things you do in your private life, nor are you protected from suits that arise from things that happen before you enter office. Former President Bill Clinton, this issue came up with him when he was sued by Paula Jones, and the Supreme Court said if the founders wanted to protect you from all litigation, they would have done that. But the best they can do is defer to your schedule as the president. So the best he can hope for is that some of these suits get delayed until after his time in office. But he and his advisors are going to have to sit down and decide whether or not they really want to bring more lawsuits, whether or not they want to drop some or pay some to go away so that he can focus on what he's doing in the Oval Office.
All right, Paula Reid following the story for us in Washington. Paula, thank you.